Good morning. We're staying in Psalm 92. I'm just going to read verses 12 to 15. Remember, this was a song sung every Sabbath day, the Lord's Day, and every week. They would remind themselves of what it said. And so it says here in verse 12, "But the godly will flourish like palm trees and grow strong like the cedars of Lebanon. For they are transplanted into the Lord's own house. They flourish in the courts of our God. Even in old age they will still produce fruit. They will remain vital and flourishing. They will declare, the Lord is just. The Lord is my rock. There is nothing," I love this, "there is nothing but goodness in him." The promise that they would remind themselves of, question they would remind themselves of, where are you planted? Where are you being planted? Those planted in God, that means relationship, intimacy, conversation, submission, walking with him. Those that are worshiping, praying, reading his word will be planted in him, in his presence. It says they will flourish. The word there has a picture of, if you look at a garden, of growing, of green, of new buds coming, of blossom, of springing up, of breaking forth, of sprouting, of producing something of life. It's a picture like a palm tree that grows tall and solid leaves and it produces fruit. The trees of Lebanon were impressive, strong, big, tall growing trees. And so the psalmist is saying, those that are planted in your house, belonging to the local church, the church building is not his house. We are his body, his family, joined together. We are his church. Shall flourish, shall grow, shall be like, will be a tree that's green and producing fruit, will be a tree that's growing strong and maturing, not changing. There's a change going on in our lives. He says, even in old age, when you should not be producing, you are. And so he references us to being plants, trees, remaining vital, strong, growing green, flourishing, not just surviving, but thriving. Declaring that the Lord is God, he is my rock, he is my strong foundation. There is nothing but goodness in him. We don't understand everything. If we did, we would be God. And sometimes where is your goodness, oh God? But the psalmist here says, they remind us every week, there is nothing but goodness in you. He is good. He only does good. And so the encouragement here at the start of the psalm was to give him thanks, declare who he is. And then they'd be planted in God, relationship with him. Be planted in his word. We can only grow and mature and change as we read his word, as we speak his word, as we memorize his word, as we journal on his word. We're planted in his house. We're planted with other people. We grow. We're connected. We were never meant to do life alone. We're planted in his house. We're planted together. Together we can accomplish so much. Together we share. Together we minister to one another. We're planted in his harvest. We're here to make a difference. We're here to lead others to Christ. We're here to bring Jesus to our world, the hope of the world. And so today I encourage you, are you planted? Are you growing? Are you changing? Are you flourishing? Are you maturing? And at times in our life, we will be like the trees in the garden, feel like we're stagnant, nothing's happening. That's where we need one another, to pray with one another. We stand with one another. We encourage one another. Today, we're planted in his house. David said in Psalm 52, I'm like an olive tree. I'm like an olive tree flourishing in the house of God because we're planted there. Our roots are there. We draw our life from him. We're connected to one another. We're in his house. We're in his word. We're together. And that's how we will grow. They reminded themselves every week, where are you planted? How are you planted? So today is a good opportunity. If you're not planted or you're not planted well, is to be planted and to grow and connect to others. Bless you today in Jesus' name.